I just did a radio show for the Naz Show. It's a it's a show online from this woman named Nasman in the UK. And hang on, I'm getting pop-ups. There we go. Fabulous woman, the Naz Show. She's also on Instagram. Anyway, we talked about my novel, When the Wind Blows, and a little bit. Here it is. When the wind blows. Um, and I had a great time. I was so nervous. I'm like, oh, I actually got a little sick before I was so nervous. I got a little sick before we met, but she said I did fantastic. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. Uh, it, I'd like to do more, news, radio, and get the book out to the world. I talked to her. Let me fix my camera so you can see me better. There we go. I talked to her about this woman that I met at the Louisiana Welcome Center last Sunday. I think it was last Sunday. Yeah, last Sunday. And I walked into there, into the Welcome Center, and she said to me, "Is there anything I can help you with?" And I said, "No, but there's something that you can help me with." And she said, what? And I said, would you like to have a copy of my novel? So I gave her a paperback, and she said, "Oh, thank you. Will you sign it for me?" And I said, "Yes, indeed." And she saw on my novel, at the bottom, it says, let me get it in there, "Love and Loss in the Eye of a Hurricane." And she told me this touching story, that she got the job at the Welcome Center to try to make her life more positive and something good to do for herself. And she said that she had recently lost her husband and her son due to COVID, and that got me right here. And so she was really looking forward to reading the novel to feel a sense of inspiration and hope. And I believe the novel will do it for her. So I can't wait to go back and see her again at the Welcome Center. And I do plan to do that and talk to her some more. As an author, I've got one viewer. Who are you? I don't see you. Hello. Say hello to me. Maybe I can see who you are. As an author, my goal is to not be untouchable. I like connecting with people. I love talking to people. So I'm not just this person out there, thinking I'm better than everyone else. No, I'm just me, like I always have been. And she asked me about my inspiration for the novel, and it came actually from nature. I've always loved nature. As many of you know, I'm the pond plant girl, and I've always loved nature, even when I was a child, and music too. That's why I have a lot of music lyrics in my novel, because I wrote the music to go along with the book. And as a child, I used to hike through the woods and hike down the creek and explore new places, and then quickly go home because I'd get scared, and being a little kid out in the middle of nowhere, in the middle of the city. Hi, Angie. Good to see you. Good to see you. And so while I was writing the novel, actually, I had no intention of writing a novel. I was just bored. And so I was working at Shangri-La in the city of Orange, Texas. And it's such a beautiful place. It's well worth going to visit. Very worth it. Little pricey to go in. The food there in the cafe is great. And of course, I had my pond at home and my pond plants. and all the little creatures, the dragonflies and the birds and the frogs, which I guess you would say was my inspiration for my book. And I had gone through a hurricane, and most of my book was written just this past year, in 2020. Um, um, so I just started writing a story because I was working at the gift shop at Shangri-La. I was really bored. So I just started writing about a frog because I had recently taken some really cute pictures of these little tiny, tiny frogs. I mean, they're just like the size of your fingernail. They're so tiny and cute. And so I started writing about a little frog that wanted to be a big frog. Sounds like a children's story, but the way that I wrote it, he is a character that you can really relate with. So the world puts you in this position where, for example, this little frog, Tad, is insignificant because he's small. So that's a metaphor for us today as people. People like to put us in a box. You're this, you're that. You can't be this, you can't be that. Well, don't listen to them, because as we're often told, you can be anyone you want to be. You don't have to fit inside the box. And me and all my weirdness, I don't fit in anybody's box. I was always told, oh, Gail, you're too loud. You're too this, you're too that. You're too sensitive. Why don't you be this? Why don't you be that? Well, I'm glad I didn't listen to the world. Except for one thing. Everyone told me I was too loud. And so finally, I learned how to be quiet and to talk quietly. Because I got tired of people getting mad at me for being loud. and now I'm married to Chris, and he has trouble hearing, and he's always going, what? So now I have to be loud again. I guess that's a good thing. Hooray! It was exciting. I'm still on a high about this interview. I just got done with it, and I was so nervous that I got sick right before the interview. Yeah, I've gotten some great feedback on my novel. I wish I could get some more posts about it, but that's okay. A lot of people say they didn't expect that they would really get into some of these characters, these animal characters, but once they started reading about them, they could really relate with their feelings, with their obstacles in their lives, with their desires, as well as the people characters. Ma Shelley in the book, not Ma Shelley, that's me. Ma Boogaloo is me, Ma Shelley, in the book. So fiction based on fact, you could say. And so you'll see a lot of myself in Ma Shelley. My niece Tanya wrote to me. She was all excited, and she read this part. She said, "Is this you? Is this about you? You can how can you miss what you never had?" And she said, "Is that about you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's exactly what I said to myself." And that statement actually comes from my husband I had before Chris, the one who died. If you've been with me, a lot of my fans have been with me over 10 years. And so they are very familiar with the struggles I've gone through in life. And so it's a feeling of when you have an alcoholic husband and you love that person very much, but you don't totally have that person because his whole life, his whole desire is about alcohol. You may love that person, but you don't actually have that person. You have lost that person to alcohol. I won't go into depth about that, but that's where that statement comes from. How can you miss something or someone you never had. Um, but there are some funny moments in the book that you'll really enjoy. Much of it is very whimsical. And of course, at the end, we find out who lives and who dies in the storm. Dun, 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 dun. I was thinking this was probably not a good time to publish it because of all the horrible storms we've had in Texas and Louisiana. Who's going to want to read about a hurricane? Wow. But then after I met the woman at the Welcome Center in Louisiana, I thought, no, this is the perfect time because people these days are looking for a sense of hope, of continuing on throughout these hard times. And everyone's hard times are a little bit different. But we all have this common bond, I think. Don't you agree? Our problems might not be the same, but we do have a little common bond. Yeah. Anyway, if you've read the novel, send me a message. Tell me what you think. Feel free to ask me any questions you like, about the characters or about me. I'm an open book. Okay. I'll be doing more of these live chit chats. Oh, hello. I got another viewer. I'm trying to figure out how to do this live stream. Will it tell me? No, I don't see who you are. I'm sorry. You'll have to say hello to me for me to see who is there. Anyway, we are... Oh, comment. Oh, that was Angie. Okay. If you can tell, I'm just really spazzing out because I just had this interview on the radio and I'm like, so excited. I had the interview on the radio and it was in the UK. I do have an Amazon link for the UK, and here it is. There's the UK link in the comments. And I have, let me get for you, Amazon.com. Let me get it for you. If you're just searching, you just put in Ma Shelley When the Wind Blows in the search bar and it'll pop right up. You can also buy on Barnes and Noble. Or message me directly and I can send you either a hardback or a paperback, a signed hardback or paperback. The paperbacks are on sale right now for $10, so you'll get them cheaper than if you bought it online. So yeah, just $10 for the paperbacks. I'm glad to send one to you. So, but anyway, here is the US link. There you go. And tell me what you think. I think you really love it. It's not written like most novels that you would think of. And the main comments I get about When the Wind Blows is that people appreciate how I describe nature, how I describe the characters, what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what their fears are, what makes them happy. Also, I don't write in really long, detailed sentences. So it makes it really easy to follow. And it's good for people who aren't really big readers. And it's also very interesting to those who are educated and enjoy reading as well. I've only had great feedback. So yay, thank you very much. If you have any questions, please send me a message. I'll be glad to talk to you. Okay, this is Ma Shelley signing off. I'll be talking to you again soon. Have a great day and keep on being you. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.